I just bought this van.
We made it! Woo! You guys want to see where I'm having dinner?
Parked here last night. Had the most weird experience. And it's hot out here. It's 8:40 in the morning. Got about 7.5 hours to go. Good morning. So I just finished visiting my sister's family and my parents in Nebraska. It was a lovely time to see them. And then so I made this little map out of cardboard of America. So I spent like an hour drawing all of this. So from my sister that I just visited, she got some cheesecake, which is actually my favorite dessert of all time. So wanted to have some of this before I hit the road and start heading to Mark Twain. Take some bites. Oh, it's good. So good. All right, so it is about 2:15 p.m. on Friday, September 20th. I just left the area, a small town called Steelville, Missouri. So I will admit I am off course on my kind of game plan for this week in terms of points of interest, things like that. I needed a few days to like just be in like one spot really, and to just basically like slow down a little bit because I've been moving around quite a bit. Just need a little time to like recuperate myself. So back on the road again. I typed in Mark Twain National Forest, right, and GPS is a bit weird. It brought me to this road that I'm currently driving on, and there was like no entrance, nothing. So left me scratching my head there. So I said, screw Mark Twain National Forest, not doing that. Now I'm making my way to the canyon place. We'll see what this place has in store for us. I think there's some hiking trails, waterfalls, things like that. So that'll be about an hour 20 this direction, and then a few hours spending there is my thought, and then I'll head north to Gateway Arch. Oh man, my power inverter is starting to beep again. I've been having this issue with my power inverter. It would start randomly beeping. I think there's some sort of electrical fault, something wrong with it. Yeah, I'd head north to Gateway Arch, and then hopefully get some maybe sunset pictures and whatnot there, and then start making my way back northeast toward New Hampshire area. All right, so I made a pit stop at a dollar store, and I was grabbing my trail mix, dude, and it's been a bit hot, a little bit in the van, and guess what happened to the trail mix? The chocolate melted, and so it's like everywhere, which is a big problem. So I've been trying to put the trail mix in a cup, and it's not going quite as planned, you know? It's just messy everywhere. I'm having to like clean up my fingers constantly with the chocolate. It's really bad. It's everywhere. Good morning. It is Saturday, September 21st. heading to Hickory Canyons, so I couldn't sleep overnight at basically the trailhead of the canyons. There was a sign that was posted there that said basically no overnight sleeping there. Slept in a parking lot, if you will, full of gravel and everything. So it was interesting because a gentleman, I assumed he was the landlord or somebody important regarding the land, the property. He drove over in like a truck at 11 p.m. at night. He flashes his headlights, he honked his horn once or twice, and then I basically poked out, confirmed him, see what he wanted. He was asking me if everything was okay. I said yes, everything was fine. And I asked if it was okay to sleep there overnight. I said, yeah, no problem. Just wanted to make sure everything was okay. So, pretty chill guy. Thank you for allowing me to sleep overnight. All right, Hickory Canyons. Get a little bench here. Stay on the trail. Not sure if you can see that. And then I look to my left. There's this cool view. Try to show it. And the sheer drop too. Careful. Watch where you step. I am noticing about this trail. Doesn't seem a lot of people go on it. It's not like highly developed, you know. Hard to see the path a little bit, but should be fine. Yo, look what I found. It's a turtle. Hey, buddy. How are ya? Cool, man. Been a while since I've seen a turtle. All right, so there's this weird part of the path. We gotta go through a bunch of brush, which is a bit weird, but I guess let's do it. Oh my gosh. Yo, this don't seem right. Yeah, so it got so bad, I decided to turn around. And there's this other trail here from now on. Also, the bugs out here are not great compared to Washington. Washington's great. You guys know from the previous videos, the bugs are very minimal. Like 1 or 2 mosquitoes, that was it for the hike. So, I don't know if you can see this. Got like all sorts of like definitely canyon-esque here. Hickory Canyons. Almost like where people would film war scenes, you know, Lord of the Rings or something. Pretty cool how there's like a tree up here that's bowing over the canyon. It could make for like a Robin Hood sort of swing. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. There would also be these little forks that would split off in 1 or 2 directions. So there was like 2 of them, I think. And I think I took a wrong turn somewhere. Caught in the trail again. Just had to pull back a little branch in my path. And that's another thing about this area. The trail distinction isn't great. It sometimes is hard to read and discern where to stay on. But yeah, 1 or 2 paths that would fork out and they would lead to a dead end, but it would show like this little rock, you know, emerging from the grounds horizontally somewhere. So, and then you have to backtrace a little bit and just loop around. The trail is like one big circle loop. That's basically what it is. So just paid for parking, making my way to the arch. You can actually see here, take a look at this. Oh, it's pretty cool. This thing's pretty big. Not sure how tall it is, but apparently you can get tickets to go way up to the top. So I'm not sure if it's like elevator based or stair based. Pretty solid. Bought another collectible token, Gateway Arch National Park. That's number 3 on the list. Let's go. Gateway Arch. It was a pretty nice national park there, I will say. I give it 8.5 out of 10 rating. The archway is just so huge, you know? It's hard to kind of like scale it or to measure it. I'm sure there's someone's already measured it, but I just don't know how tall it is. Yeah, I think it's worth visiting if you were in St. Louis, Missouri. But yeah, so now I'm on the way home northeast toward Massachusetts, New Hampshire, targeting about 16-hour drive. I'm gonna try to drive all the way throughout the night, make that push, because it's time I headed back to help with my church. So I help serve on my church there in Massachusetts as the media director. So we do live streaming, we do the camera work stuff. So yeah, making that push there to show up for my team since I've been gone for a few weeks. And I will say it is very hot here, 88 degrees, and I'm sweating probably the most I've ever had. And I'm like not really hiking at all. So I don't know if it's just the air quality here or what, but it is just so stinking hot. I'll tell you what, the whole like 3 weeks I've been on this whole countrywide tour, it really never rained. But now, like on the return trip back home northeast, it's like downpouring so hard right now. It is kind of funny how that comes out. Made it back to my church in Massachusetts, so I was able to help serve back there again, and it felt good to see everybody. Definitely tired. Pulled the all-nighter. I want to get some sleep, but thanks guys for watching, and catch you all later. Ciao.